Hello, my name is Amanda Kisto, and I am a student here at GCU. I'm going to be talking to you about cultural compliancy and how it is in the classroom. As educators, we have an ethical responsibility to understand the students. We are teaching. This means we need to understand their cultures, their identities, and the neighborhoods that they live in, and so much because this is what makes that student who they are. In turn, it will open up many more doorways for each of us, each of our students that we teach. The diversity of students that we teach are so different. Making sure that we understand them and the communities, we will honor those students as we create an environment that allows us and them to feel safe and be able to know who they are as individuals. With teaching comes the moral responsibility to know our students, and with that, as society changes, it is our job as educators to be culturally compliant because it is ethical, moral, and all around just the right thing to do. When looking at cultural compliancy, the charts, I seen myself as culturally proficient. I say this because I personally feel that being mindful of others' values is important. Culture is what makes us who we are. I culture very high. I hold it very high in my perspective. I love to learn, see how other cultures are, learning from different worldviews about their different foods, backgrounds, and all over just their environment that they surround themselves with makes me eager to learn more about them. Overall, I feel that life is too short to dwell on cruelty, judgment, when I can have the compassion and the kindness and understanding of others. This is what I feel makes me a good listener, a good learner, and hopefully someday a good teacher. One amazing things that we do here in the community that I'm at is it's called Multicultural Nights. I work at a school, and at that school, every year they hold this huge event. And what happens is for 2 weeks, students that are in the classroom, they actually research a different culture in a different country. And on a Friday night, they then get to present that not only to other students, but to the whole community that they live in. Each teacher and their student, they make a booth, and in this booth, it's the country that they researched, the culture and the backgrounds that they've researched from that country. They make the food, they dress in the culture attire, they make poster boards, and on the poster boards, there's information and pictures about their religion, religious beliefs. And what's really cool is to see the students connect to these communities that they learn about. Not only that, but then they present it to the community that surrounds them, and can actually teach them about how cool and how responsible and neat it is to understand and have compassion for these other countries and these other cultures that exist in these countries. As students and small kids go around from country to country, they have these little passports that they get stamped. With the stamp, they first have to listen to the students talk about all the research they have found in order to get a stamp on the passport. And at the end of the night, as long as they've gone around every single booth, and usually there's about 50 to 60 different booths, they get this really cool thing where they get a little prize at the end of, after getting all their stamps on their passports, they get a prize from those cultures that they went around and seen. This is a great way to get them involved, to make them understand the importance of cultural involvement. I love this community that I live in, and this community event it shows how amazing it is to be who they are. So it helps a lot of our students that are doing these events kind of open their eyes and say, oh my gosh, I'm that too, which is great. To have a cultural inclusivity in my future classroom, it's going to be great. I want all my students to feel welcomed and love who they are. I want them to know that even though I am their teacher, I'm also a great learner. Understanding who they are and where they come from is one of the best ways to teach them that it's okay, to know, not exactly know who you are, but understand where you came from. I want them to be always encouraged, and I want to always encourage my students to come to me to feel safe and know that no matter what culture or background they come from, all of my students will and deserve to be taught in an environment that is safe, and is just all around a place where they can feel themselves. Um, and that's it. I just want to make sure that they embrace their cultures and who they are.